This is my review for Bombshell. Went ahead and went to see the movie because I saw Charlize was nominated for Best Actress. I saw that Margot Robbie was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to see this movie, check it out. I know critics, I don't think it reviewed very highly with them, but I was like, let me check out the movie. I liked the trailer, was interesting. The concept, I think, was, for what I got, was just a scandal. That was what I got for the trailer, and I was like, okay, this looks like it'd be interesting, because, you know, I like Charlize Theron, Margot Robbie, Nicole Kidman. Let me check this out. The movie was so much more than that when I watched it, and I'm glad I enjoyed it a lot. But it's directed by Jay Roach, who surprisingly, for this movie, there's some comedy in it, but it's mainly a serious movie because it's really about a serious issue that really happened and based on a true story. But he actually directed all the Austin Powers movies. He directed Meet the Parents, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Meet the Fockers, Borat, Bruno, Sisters, The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. So yeah, I was surprised to see him be the person who directed this movie. But I think he did like a few series movies or one series movie. Charlize Theron stars as Megyn Kelly. This is all about Fox News, and Fox is the company. She stars as Megyn Kelly. Margot Robbie plays Kayla Pospisil. I think that's her name. Kate McKinnon's in the movie. Nicole Kidman plays Gretchen Carlson. Stephen Root plays Neil Mullen. This is another movie with a lot of people in it. John Lithgow plays Roger Ailes. Connie Britton plays Beth Ailes. And Allison Janney plays Susan Estridge. The movie itself is about these female employees at Fox News who feel that there is a toxic male culture there in the workplace, which was found to be true. I'm not going to tell you how or why, because you got to watch the movie, which it blew my mind. Because I didn't know what happened in this situation before I watched the movie, and I saw a lot and learned a lot. I was like, wow. But it's about the downfall of media mogul Roger Ailes, who not only just him, it was a few other people that they touched on in the movie too, but basically how he's the one who kind of started with putting females on TV for like the news and stuff, mainly as eye candy. He was making it seem like he was giving them an opportunity, which he was, but he wanted to see like their legs and other stuff and do stuff for them to show like that they deserve to be on TV, things like that. Which my stance has always been on it. If someone who presents you with an opportunity like that, and I don't knock someone who takes that opportunity to get ahead, because if I was a female and I was in that situation, depending on how bad I wanted something, I would do it. But when it's a situation where I can definitely understand where it's a situation where it's not just, there's a point where it's not just an opportunity and it becomes where they're threatening your job or you feel like you're being forced, which happens in a lot of these situations. I think like with Harvey Weinstein and like Roger, where they're being forced to do certain things. And it's not an opportunity at that point for them to prove themselves. It's more of survival / being forced upon. And that's where I definitely understand. The movie itself to me was very deep because not only its depiction, but the acting of how it showed how, like, because people deal with this every day. I know plenty of people in my life who I've met who have dealt with assault, who've dealt with harassment, and it happens still, probably less, I would say, like, because there's more awareness. It still happens though. It still happens, but probably less than it did. Like back then, they were just running rampant with it. Because people saw male as the top. Males were always in the position to, and females do it too, but it was mainly males doing it to females that we know about, because those are the people that come forward. but people were taking advantage of that. And the movie really touches on how someone gets put in that situation and how someone deals with that and how it affected them. And I really feel like everybody in here did their job, acting wise. I felt like the acting was great. Um, if I remember right, Charlize Theron sounded just like Megyn Kelly, because I was like, she sounds just like that lady. And like, I don't really know who Megyn Kelly was, but I've heard her name before and I've heard her voice before, and I was like, Charlize Theron really sounds like her. Margot Robbie did an amazing job at acting in this movie. She did an amazing job. Charlize, Nicole Kidman, everybody did an amazing job in this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I loved it. I definitely say you should go see it. If you have the chance to go see Bombshell, you should definitely see it, because it touches on not only a true story, but it touches on real issues that people have and still do deal with. And I feel like that in itself is a good enough reason to watch the movie. And what actually plays out and what happens in the movie was definitely worth watching. It was definitely interesting. But thank you guys so much for your time and support. Don't forget to like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and thank you for taking the time to watch my videos.